Thank you very much, Chair, and I'd like to thank the witnesses for taking the time to be here and to share their experience with our committee. Mr. Johnson, I'd like to start with you if possible. In your opening remarks, you had made some comments regarding skill sets and that there's a shortage of skills. I'm just wondering if you could expand a little bit on that and what you exactly mean by shortage of skills.
Yeah, sure. I would say tradespeople with regards to, I'm in manufacturing, as I mentioned earlier. So from electricians to millwrights to programmers in software, robotics, and then you can expand beyond that from the point of skills. I think there's a lot of people that come into the workforce that simply might go to school for engineering or something else, but they lack the skills to be able to bring value to the company. And as we're out and I'm competing against a number of other companies constantly, and one of the number one things is strong, mechanical, capable people in manufacturing in order to, we're fairly automated. And as we bring in more and more automation, we require a different level of skill set in order to maintain that automation. And it is a challenge to find the skill set today in the environment that we live in today.
Okay, thank you. And so you said you were in manufacturing, so that would just be one facet of the economy. I know we're in a housing crisis in this country, and the government has promised that they're going to build all these houses, but what we're finding, and this committee has found in previous parliaments, is we don't have the skill set to do that, aka the tradespeople. Yeah. So how are we going to build everything that we need to power Canada, house Canadians, manufacture our goods if we don't have those tradespeople to do that? So I think that that's something that's very, very important to point out. We need those tradespeople to keep the lights on, to build the foundations, to build the walls, to do all of those things.
And they can make a very good wage and a very good living in the sense of this from a point of, young electricians to plumbers to anyone. They're not aware. And I think, the investment in their time, and I don't think it's promoted enough and allowed people enough compared to what it used to be.
Absolutely. So. I do come from a very trade-heavy part of the country. Energy and agriculture are our driving forces. And so it's very common for kids to ask other kids, what trade school are you going to? What trade are you getting? And we need more of that. Mr. Rizzo, I'd just like to follow up with something that you have spoken about. You had mentioned about red tape. I'm just wondering, is red tape affecting or causing input, or is it causing what's the word? Impact, maybe? Maybe that's the word I'm looking for, on productivity in the country?
Yeah, look, I think I have a great scenario for you. I have multiple facilities, and I take the time to walk to, out to all the little industrial units that are around me. And at one time, they were filled with little companies that were fabricating, machining, and now they're mostly service sector type oriented jobs, moving furniture, providing some type of service. So with respect to your question on red tape, I dropped by a small steel fabricator. He's been doing it for 15, 25 years out of this unit. And a young person came by the other day working for the town and walked in with an iPad and started writing up infringements. A skid was against the wall, that's an infringement. Your air makeup unit is not interlocked, that's an infringement. Another thing. And by the end of 2 hours, it was $5,000 to $8,000 worth of administrative costs and small details to fix that were working perfectly fine, and there was no safety issues, but there's some new compliance. So, the owner talked to me and he said, there's $8,000 I have less to invest in my people. That's $8,000 less that I have to invest in my company. And he has it's absolutely ridiculous. And that's just the amount of people employed by the government team be involved with every type of issue, whether it's building. I mean, if you talk about, the conservation authorities or the building departments or the municipalities, or, I mean, God forbid you want to do much in Canada without being saddled with at least 10 levels of something to go through in order to get an objective achieved. So, the red tape still exists on every level. I think it's a function of too much government.
Thank you, Ms. Fox.